All right. So the avoidant relationship. Yeah, 4.5 weeks in. Thought I'd continue here. I had to stop for my jelly beans, you see. On our way to buy a couple of designer t-shirts that we're going to tuck into our really nice pants with our nice, slender, manly waist, with our nice dress shoes, nice dress socks, looking fresh and sharp wherever we go, because that's what's going to happen. Where is this person? So you're 4.5 weeks in, you've been doing introspection. You've been in significant pain. Slowly over time it gets better, but you still have the intrusive thoughts, the thought patterns that you have to interrupt and destroy at all costs. All right, so you're going through that. Some people get over it more so than others. Some people block, some people don't. You might as well get rid of the fix as soon as possible. It's painful. And my father died when I was 17 years old, on my 17th birthday. He was 37 years old. That was one of the most traumatic days of my life. I'm not being emo, or I'm not embellishing here when I say this. This was one of the most painful things I've ever gone through in my life. So don't let my enthusiasm fool you. I'm not trying to fool you. I'm trying to promote myself and present myself in a vibrant form, because that's what we transform. This is how we transmute. This is how we go through more transformation. Okay? It was painful. Okay? So you get rid of that fix, that addiction that you have of that person. And in the meantime, you're going to be thinking about what they're up to, because as you've probably learned through all of your research, avoidance usually or sometimes triangulate. I knew this to be a fact. Which means that they have other men that they've probably dated before they ended up putting them in the friend zone. And I knew this on multiple occasions. This person kept them in their DMs. I know this for a fact, because I had to set boundaries at one point where, hey, I'm not competing with another man. So I did that right off the bat. And so this person, what are they doing? So you think about what they're doing, and I know for a fact what they're doing, and it's, I don't care what they're doing. That's what they're probably doing. I don't care what they're doing. Do you know why? Because you're going to think to yourself that most likely they're doing the worst thing you could possibly think of, and you might as well get it over with. If they're triangulating, they're talking more to the people that they were keeping at arm's distance and keeping an emotional interest in, because they feel safe. So they can do that. They're probably talking to them, planning to meet up with them, whether it's a date or a hangout, whatever the case, they're probably already doing it. They've probably got their dating app. They've probably gone on another date. Even though it's 4 weeks in, maybe 2 weeks after, they're elated, they're feeling good, no pressure. They're probably already out getting attention from other people. They may have gone back to an ex and started talking to an ex. They are probably talking mad shit about you and trying to blame you for what happened. Okay? You might as well get it out of your head. Everything that you think could have happened is probably happening. Just get it over with. That way you can move on. All right? I'm sure there were things you could have done better. I'm sure there were ways that you could have handled your emotions better, or confronted the shenanigans in a healthier way, or with better timing, when maybe your intuition wasn't sparking your emotional triggering that led you to contacting the person later than normal to say, hey, I'm demanding that we have a conversation here because this shit isn't flying. There are ways that you could have handled things better. There were boundaries that could have been set and established earlier. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. We can what if a situation to death. That's what we used to say in the Marine Corps all the time. You can what if a situation to death, but when it comes down to it, you can't control shit in combat. Combat is very unpredictable, just like a woman and her feelings, especially an avoidant. Well, now that you know what the avoidant is, it becomes predictable. So now you'll recognize the pattern sooner, so you can keep yourself out of this shenanigans, so you don't have to grow like Buddha or Dalai Lama himself. You know, 12th son of the Lama, flowing robes, bald head, striking. Right? So You don't have to go through this pain and suffering to come to like a grand epiphany overall, which is basically what's happening, which is why I'm sitting here talking about this stuff, and I can be honest and open about it, okay? Because I wanted to help my fellow human being out there, because I'm full of love and I care and I'm genuine and I'm sincere. And all of my egotistical banter, I try my best to reduce my ego so that I can live within the self and so that I can protect my values and principles that I've built over time to ensure that I can connect with human beings in a healthy way and live my life and have healthy relationships and not burn bridges with emotional instability. And it's taken years of healing, knowing that the world is a toxic place, and there's a reason why people like myself have had anxiety their whole lives, looking around, seeing people conform to a world that's freaking crazy and only gets crazier. And how do we stay in a healthy state? How do we maintain our fitness and our wits about us? All right, you might as well get it out of your head of what she's doing or what he's doing. They're already out there. There's a reason why they're in this situation. All right, they're asleep at the wheel. They don't understand many times. And when I say they're human beings. I don't want to make it sound like they're aliens or anything like that, because god dang, Lord knows I've been asleep in my life. And I chose not to be. I chose to wake up. And so that's what they're probably doing, all right? Get that into your head. If you're new and you're trying to figure all this out, get it in your head. That doesn't mean that you go out there and you get on your dating apps and you go seek validation from others. No. Let yourself sit in this shit for a minute. Sit in it. Let it hurt. Learn that you are capable of loving yourself, number one. And it was your self-abandonment that led to this discard, this disrespect, this disregarding, the discarding, the emotional execution. That person was simply reflecting the lack of respect that you were losing for yourself, and they were a part of it. And they found their way out of the relationship. You knew it deep down. You could see it. I could go on about all of the little hints that were out there. It was pretty incredible once you realized what was going on. How diabolical it was. And I say diabolical. I'm not sure that's even the right word. That means the person was intentional. Go out there and be intentional. The world is not as disastrous as we make it out to be just because we've had this experience, okay? You are full of love. You're capable and willing to put yourself out there always. You just set your boundaries. You be firm with yourself. You hold others into account. Number one, hold yourself into account. Be responsible. Treat yourself with self-love, respect, and dignity. Be sincere, be genuine, and be honest. Be open when questions are asked. Be willing to be silent. Be willing to hold your energy and hold your peace. Conserve your energy for your purpose. Let everything else come to you. The minute you start energizing other people, this is what happens. You give up your energy. You give up who you were or are to be whatever it is that will be if you give yourself up. Low vibration. Do not be condensed. You are a vibration. You resonate with the rest of the world if you open yourself up from within. And that comes with pain. That comes with not going on social media and blabbering about it. That means not going on anything. So what I'm posting here with this video actually is probably months later. I've determined when it will be. I'm not kissing and telling. I'm in silence mode right now. But one day, this may help people get over this stuff. All right, so good luck. Keep it up. Keep your dukes up. Bob and weave. Boom, boom, boom. Go to my Patreon channel, Fitness and Health Investment Initiative. That's how you motivate me, Jeremy Watts. I'm a coach. I do my thing. We put together a nice game plan. We'll do one-on-one coaching. We'll do group coaching. We'll do whatever it takes to get you into to condition you to be in the best physical fitness and health environment for yourself ever. All right.